Hello and welcome. This is Jankna Jani from Shri and Srimati P.K. Kotawala Arts College, Patan. I hope you all are safe and healthy during this COVID-19 pandemic days. Under the syllabus of English BA SEM 3 and paper number CC 304, Literature and English Drama Comedy, we are going to discuss unit number 3, Arms and the Men, written by George Bernard Shaw. This video is on the drama Arms and the Men, which divided into 4 segments. Number 1, about the playwright or dramatist. Number 2, type of the drama. Number 3, about the drama and its setting. And number 4, its characters and their personality shades. Before we talk about the drama, look at the picture of the dramatist George Bernard Shaw, who was one of the most popular speaker of his time and great thinker. He was born on 26th July 1856 in Dublin. He was the son of a corn merchant who was in the habit of drinking. J.B. Shaw, at the age of 20, moved to London. We can say that his childhood was more musical rather than literary, and that is why he became a critic of music at the initial stage of his career in London. He started to write drama in 1892, and his first play was Widowers' Houses. After that, his drama became more and more popular. He died at the age of 95 on 2nd November 1950. He was an Irish playwright, critic. Apart from that, he was Oscar winner, Nobel winner, socialist, and he had an opinions on almost any topic. His influence on Western theatre, culture, and politics extended from the 1880s to his death and even after. He wrote more than 60 plays. His first and most popular play was Man and the Superman, published in 1902. Man and the Superman is about the equality of man and woman. J.B. Shaw was the strong supporter of women. He discussed the role of woman in the process of creation of mankind. He talks about the equality and compatibility of woman with man. Man and the Superman was the first successful drama of him. Pygmalion, You Never Can Tell, The Doctor's Dilemma, Candida, Mesalliance, Major Barbara, Caesar and Cleopatra, Overruled, The Apple Cart, Androcles and the Lion, Heartbreak House are his popular dramas. He wrote many other dramas with full length and short plays. With a range of incorporating both contemporary satire and historical allegory, Shaw became the leading dramatist of his generation. And in 1925, he became the winner of Nobel Prize for Literature. Now, before we start our drama Arms and the Men, we need to know what is the meaning of drama of ideas. or comedy of manners. G.B. Shaw was the person who invented drama of ideas. Victorian age ended with the death of Queen Victoria in 1901, and Edward VII came onto the throne and the door of realistic world opened. After Romantic age, Victorian age introduced industrialization, and industrialization came with some harsh reality of society and elite class. 20th century drama deals with the problem of social issues, relation between husband and wife, romantic notion of war and peace, religion, politics, and other conventional idealistic ideas. Henrik Ibsen, G.B. Shaw, Galsworthy were the major exponents of realistic drama. G.B. Shaw pioneered the drama of idea. As I told you, he suggested replacing idealism with realism, and with Shakespeare with Henrik Ibsen. He was concerned about social awareness through ethical themes. It wrestled with serious questions in life through medium of comedy. Characters represent particular ideas or attitudes to the issues in question. The conflict between the characters represent the clash of the opposing theories or philosophies. The dramatist of his time satirized on the foolish idea or lifestyle of so-called elite class or a rich class. They highlight the shallow attitude of the character or the people of that particular society through the characters. The characters of the drama of G.B. Shaw are the vehicle of dialogues or are the vehicles of thought process, what the people thought. Shaw invented the drama of discussion or ideas where he combined contemporary moral problems with comic, ironic tones and paradox. He did not present a hero versus a villain, representing good against evil, but he tried to create lifelike people who are a mixture of good and evil. Comedy of manner, Arms and the Men is also a kind of comedy of manners. It is a comedy which satirizes the manners and affectations of contemporary society and questions societal standard. Arms and the Men is an excellent example of both comedy of ideas and comedy of manners. It is also called anti-romantic comedy. Why? We will see in the next segment or in the next part of our Arms and the Men video. It is also the play of realism. Now, about the drama Arms and the Men. The title of the drama, Arms and the Men, George Bernard Shaw borrowed the title Arms and the Men from the opening words of Virgil's Aeneid, which is in Latin, Arma virumque cano, means in English, of arms and the men I sing. There is a sharp contrast between the Greek dramatist's treatment of themes and that of the 19th century. Compare Virgil's Aeneid to Bernard Shaw's Arms and the Men regarding the theme of war. In Virgil's Aeneid, Virgil sang a song of a warrior, glorify the idea of war, but here G.P. Shaw satirized the idea of war. He said that war is just a waste of time and we can nothing to do with the idea of war. So this is the title, both title were same, but the theme, or we can say the idea behind the title, was totally contrast or different. Arms and the Men was first produced on 21st April 1894 at the Avenue Theatre and published in 1898 as a part of Shaw's Plays Pleasant volume. Arms and the Men was one of the show's first commercial success. It is a humorous play that shows the futility of war and deals with the hypocrisies of human nature. Some characters of Arms and the Men have two-sided of personality. Arms and the Men is set during the very brief Siberian and Bulgarian War of November 1885. It means it is set in the year of 1885, where Siberia and Bulgaria became the enemies for the very tiny matter or dispute, which is they both counted themselves as expansionist. It is a dispute between the two neighboring Balkan countries, Siberia and Bulgaria, each of whom felt the other had expansionist policy. Siberia was being backed by the Austro-Hungarian Empire and Bulgaria was being backed by the Russian Empire. Though the drama set on the background of war, the drama is with very soft nature and the characters of the drama are very light in mood. Let us talk about the character list, and different character has the different shades. First of all, Raina, the protagonist of the drama, or we can say the heroine of the drama. Raina is a young woman living in the provinces in Bulgaria and born into the wealthy Petkov family. Petkov family belongs to military camp. His father was a renowned major in Bulgarian military army. She pines for her fiance Sergius, who has just led a successful, if ill-planned, cavalry charge against the Serbs. Raina firstly fell in love with Sergius, who counted as a very brave soldier, but after that she again fell in love with another soldier who is also called Chocolate Cream Soldier in the drama. But at the same time, he was from the enemy part, or he was from the enemy camp. But it will be interesting to see how she fell in love with him and how the love story goes. Second, another important character is the hero of the drama, Planchley. He is the Swiss soldier fighting for the Serbs. Yes, Siberia. He is skilled in warfare and emotionally sophisticated, but has a weakness of sweets. He is a very humorous character in terms of personality. He has only one side, which is very sweet and soft. He does not show off his personality, or he does not show his personality fake. Bluntschli hides in Raina's room with her help. In the very first act, he ran away from the battlefield of Bulgaria and entered into the house of Raina and escaped himself from the Serbs soldiers. Another important character, Sergius. Major Serenov. Sergius Serenov is a dashingly handsome romantic hero filled with bravado and idealistic morals. He too has gained his high military rank in the Bulgarian army through charms and family position rather than through common sense or training. It means he has two sides. One is for show off as a brave soldier of a Bulgarian army, and another side he was insidely very coward as a person. But just because of his family rank or position, he got the position, good position and post in the military, Bulgarian military. He is engaged to Raina, but flirts with Lauka. Lauka is another important character, and she is a female servant of Petkov family. Catherine, Raina's mother, she is very ambitious for her daughter only. She wants to marry off her daughter to as wealthy and prominent a man as possible. When Sergius appears to be this man, Catherine approves of the union or marriage, as it becomes clear that Sergius is not the man he presented himself to be. It means, as she knows that Sergius is a fake and coward soldier, it becomes clear that Sergius is not the man he presents himself to be. Catherine is willing to switch her alliances to Bluntschli. Catherine is focused on making sure the Petkovs are up to date in their home furnishing and technology. Lauka, minor but important character. The Petkov's female servant. Lauka is engaged to Nikola, the head male servant. Lauka wants to better her social station by marrying a noble and criticizes Nikola for having no aspirations over those of a common servant. She flirts with Sergius. Of course, they were in a flirting relation. Major Petkov, father of Raina, a husband of Catherine Petkov, head of the Petkov family and Raina's father. The major is a decent, if unambitious, soldier, and he seems concerned mostly with maintaining his family's social position in the rural part of Bulgaria. He and Catherine are willing to accept Bluntschli as Raina's suitor by the play's end, only after he demonstrates just how wealthy he is. And last important character is Nikola, fiance of Lauka, head male servant of the Petkov family. Lauka feels that Nikola is not ambitious enough because he is content to be a servant for the rest of his life. Nikola ends the play by breaking his engagement amicably with Lauka, allowing her to be engaged to Sergius. Yes, at the end of the play, Raina got Bluntschli and Lauka got Sergius. but it will be very interesting to know in the further second part of Arms and the Men how they got each other and how the story goes within this background of war and within this background of satire or humorous play. Thank you so much.